create one ticket that is encompassing either of a 3-day tour or of a 5-day tour, and also very pocket friendly. Permit me to round off by saying we have partnerships with Fast Credit. They are going to be doing like a arrangement with our travel agencies where your customers only need to pay 50% upfront, and upon return from their trip to the Gambia, the other 50% will be spread over a 6 month to 1 year period. So isn't this a lovely innovation from us? So with this, I'd like to say thank you very much for this opportunity. God bless you and have a fantastic day.
Thank you very much. So there's this very popular word out there that's the guys of Gambia are very huge and fine, and a lot of women go there. But they didn't tell us that they have very pretty ladies as well in Gambia. Okay, but now that we know, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this junction, I know you have been sitting for a while. Can we all be upstanding? Let's do some small exercise. Let's just breathe in, breathe out, and exhale, setting. Just twist to the right, twist to the left. Breathe in, out. We're going to the town hall now. We're going to the nitty-gritty of the whole matter. And this session has ended. I thank you all. I'm really grateful for allowing me being your faces yesterday. I'll be coming back in the evening. But at this junction, I will be stepping aside. Please, you can be seated. Thank you so much. For my sister, the vice president of the Abuja zone, my darling sister, Uloma. She takes over from here. Please celebrate her.
Thank you. It's still morning. Good morning, everybody. A quick announcement. If you are NANTA member, if you're a member of NANTA from any of the zones, this is a family meeting, so we'd like to invite everybody. Please come in. It's important that you're in this hall at this moment, and we have a very short period of time to conduct the affairs for this period. So please, we want you in-house. I'd like to thank you all for being part of the morning session. So we're going to go into a quick question. Taiwo, 1 minute. The Chairman, Board of Trustees, NANTA, the President of NANTA, members of the Board of Trustees of our association, national ESCOs, zonal ESCOs, dear members, good morning. My name is Ibiwari Oloma Kimabonta, and I'm honored to serve as the anchor for this session of the program. If Madam President is here, I'd like you to prepare to give us your remarks. I can see you at the back of the hall. Please, the gentleman and lady holding the Madam President, please release her for us for a few minutes, as we're going to take a bit of remark from her. So, Madam President, just find your way towards the stage, and we're going to need some gentleman or woman to help her up the staircase, if you don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, please, it's my honor to invite the President of NANTA, Mrs. Susan Akboriaye, to give us her opening remarks. And yes, it's in order if you can clap for her. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Nasiru. Thank you for accompanying her. Thank you. Madam President, you have 1 minute.
Good afternoon, my BOT members, all ESCO members, zonal and national, and all zonal ESCO members too as well. It's been a long journey. It's been a long, wonderful journey. of 4 years. My administration came on board 2020 during the COVID. And at that time, I was not just the president, I became a counselor. I became a health worker because my background is microbiology. And my area of specialty was virology. So I'm very familiar with virus. And COVID was a virus. So then I became a medical advisor too, especially when the vaccine came out. All sorts of things was flying. Members were calling me. That also kicked in because I remember my IT in hybrid. I work with Dr. Abalaka, the same Abalaka that came up with, he has a solution for HIV. Abalaka was one of my supervisors when I was doing my IT in hybrid, when I was still in school reading microbiology. So I worked in the virology lab, so I have very good understanding how viruses work and how they operate. So the COVID year, I was not exactly president of travel agency. Rather, I was a counselor. I was a medical practitioner because there was so much confusion. Members just needed a glimpse of hope. And that was where the journey started. And we started engaging. And God helped us through it. And we finished the first tenor. The second tenor, we came with the forex and trap issues. And I'm like, I tell my colleagues, was I a president to come in and solve problems? But then again, I see problems as a challenge to push you to a resolution. So it's been 4 years, wonderful 4 years, and I have absolutely no regrets. And I have each and every one of you to thank for it. Each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. And of course, the number one person is God Almighty. If I tell you that I have it all together, I have all the answers and I have it all together, I will be the biggest liar. Sometimes I wake up like every other person, I don't know what to do. Sometimes I go to bed and I wonder and I weep secretly. But for God, in those moments, I hear him speak. I will share here, that's the first time I will be sharing this. The birth of this Africa to Africa exhibition was in my normal morning prayer in the morning. I wake up 5 a.m. every morning to pray. And I was praying, and it just dropped in my spirit, very loud and audible. Africa to Africa exhibition. And I'm like, how can I be praying and I'm thinking of NANTA? Even my quiet time of praying is NANTA that is in my head. And I shared it with my husband, who is the pastor. And he said, go and ask him and get clarity of what you wanted to do. And that was how the journey started. Not until I got clarity of this vision, that was when I shared it with my ESCO team. And today is the reality to the glory of God and God alone. So I stand here not by my own strength, but by the strength of God, and he is the reason for all this. Then after that, my beloved husband, I'm sure he's going to be here later today, and he's going to join us in the gala night, and the NANTA family. It's one thing to be a good leader, it's another thing to have good followers. Thank you for making it easy for me, because you can all decide to resist and it will be like pouring water in a basket. But you all made it easy for me. I know countless people, sincerely, most of them started introducing themselves to me now. I am the one that called you and prayed for you the other day. I'm the one that sent you this message. I'm the one that did this. And my heart just melts. A lot of you send me prayers, call me to pray for me. And I really don't know you one-on-one. And some of you are just introducing yourself to me. I love you all. And I appreciate everything. NANTA has come this far. And all the things we have achieved together in these 4 years are just foundations that we all need to continue to build on and become something great beyond our imagination. something fantastic. I told somebody, anybody in the world that wants to look for who to talk to in Nigeria in travel tourism space would think NANTA. That's my goal. Remember, when you have detergent, what do you say? Our mothers will say, go and get me Omo. Abby, go and get me Omo. Go and get me Indomie. Irrespective of the name, whether it is what's the name of this detergent? They don't want to know the name of the detergent. As long as it's detergent. Yeah? Our parents call it Omo. Go and get me Omo. So that is how I want NANTA to be. A household name. Anybody, anywhere in the world, go and get me NANTA. Yeah? Irrespective. So thank you very much, everybody, once again. This is me saying a very big thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being there for me, for holding my hands. And the men, my men, please, can all the ESCO members, please, my team members, all of you, please, can you please stand up? Without these people, it's a teamwork. Together, everyone achieves more. Please, let the clap continue to go. Please, it's not about me alone. It's not about me alone. These men are wonderful. They are great. My northern brothers and sisters, can I have a shout out? Can I have it, please? I love you. I appreciate you. My eastern zone, I'm sure you're wondering. Eastern zone, where are you? Easy peas. Easy peas. Oh, yes. There was my western zone. My western zone, where are you? Oh, yes. I love you all. Thank you for the support all the 4 years. Thank you. Adeshokon, Tokumbo, all of you, thank you so much. And my own zone, I don't know why I do my own things last. When I was introduced to BOT too, I forgot my own zone. Abuja zone, where are you? This is my VP. Yes, you are here. Thank you. I love you all. I love you all. The elders, the sisters. Oh no, Lagos zone. See, Lola is eyeing me with one bad eye because I forgot Lagos zone. Lagos zone, where are you people? Yay! Echo for show. You are here. I can see. Echo for show. Thank you for giving us a wonderful AGM. Thank you. The LOCs, I know they are scattered everywhere. But, you know, it's not easy when you have to do something that you're not being paid. And you do it excellently. Somebody that is being paid, you can talk them about this LOC. 12 energetic, young men and women. Where are the LOCs? These guys are something else. I met one yesterday. You see all those social media, they were doing things by themselves. Bringing out money from their pocket to do advertisement, to do all these things that we have seen. They've worked sleepless nights. And I thank God the LOC was a mixture. Look at them. Yes. Wonderful, Betty. Where are you? Oh, yes, lady. Oh, let's see. Yes, I love you all. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. From the Badagry trip, it has been wonderful. If I had 10,000 tongues, like the Bible says, it would be to continue to tell all of you, thank you. And I'm sure it's our time now. I'm sure we are all determined that what you have seen so far must continue. And it's the responsibility of every one of us to make sure that happens. So, thank you. God bless you. I love you once again.
Thank you. A round of applause for our own dear Madam President. Thank you, ma'am. Now, I'd like to take a bit of survey before the next item. If you know your... Can I have your attention, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome, sir. I had acknowledged you before. Welcome, sir. Can I have your attention, ladies and gentlemen? Those of you that have not enjoyed this AGM, raise your hand. I thought so. If you know you have thoroughly enjoyed this last few days, may I see your show of hands? Okay. If you don't raise your hand, I may likely call you, so I'm going to ask the question again. If you know you have thoroughly enjoyed yourself for the last few days, please raise your hands. Okay. I guess the ayes have it. We're going to go on to the next item. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a town hall meeting. And part of the features of this meeting is that as members, we are all permitted to participate. And that is why you have been sent the minutes of the last AGM meeting. The last AGM, you have the minutes. You've also been sent the financial reports and statements. Also, the budget has been sent to all the members. So I'm assuming that if you have any questions, you will ask for that. But we would like to have the audited report for the association. And I believe we have in the house the auditors, the external auditors. So if you're in, I had asked for. If you're in here, please, I'd like you to kindly walk to the stage and let us have the audited report. But while we're waiting for them, I hope we all know that today is going to be a very exciting day as one era is ending and we're ushering in a new era. And it's going to be very interesting. So I'm sure everybody is looking forward to this afternoon and this evening session. While we wait for the external auditors, if anybody has any questions based on the minutes and the financial report that had been sent earlier, including the national budget, if you can have the roaming microphone. Do we have the roaming microphone? Okay, is the auditor here now? All right. So please welcome our external auditors, represented by my lady here, who's going to introduce herself, and she's going to present the audited account for our association.
Thank you very much, Ma. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Toluwanimi Makinde, and I'm representing Adekule Cole & Co. And before I read the report of the independent auditor, I would like to greet the chairman, board of trustees, the national president, the members of the board of trustees, the executive council, and every member of NANTA. I'm not sure if the report would be projected, but the report is from page 9 to 11 of the audited financial statements, rather. And before I start, I would like to crave the indulgence of the members to read a summarized report instead of reading through the whole thing. Is that permitted, please? No response.
Let them know to be projected shortly.
All right, so the report will be projected shortly, and pending when that is done, I would continue with the report of the independent auditors. The report of the independent auditors to the members of National Association of Nigeria Travel Agencies. Report on the audit of the financial statements. Opinion. In our opinion, National Association of Nigeria Travel Agencies, also known as the association, the financial statements give a true and fair view of the financial position of the association as at 31st December 2023, and its financial performance and its cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with international financial reporting standards and the requirements of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 and the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Act. We have audited the company financial statements of the association, which comprise the statements of financial position as at 31st December 2023, statements of comprehensive income for the year ended 31st December 2023, statements of changes in funds, statements of cash flows for the year 31st December 2023, and the notes to the financial statements, which include a summary of significant accounting policies. The basis for our opinion: we conducted our audit in accordance with international standards on auditing, ISAs. Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibilities for the audit of the financial statement section of our report. We are independent of the association in accordance with the ethical requirements that are relevant to our audit of the financial statements in Nigeria. And we have fulfilled our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with these requirements. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. Other information: the executives are responsible for the other information. The other information comprises the Executive Council's report, statements of Executive Council's responsibilities, but does not include the financial statement and our auditor's report thereon. Our opinion on the financial statement does not cover the other information, and we do not express any form of assurance conclusion thereon. Our opinion on the financial statement, in connection with our audit of the financial statement, our responsibility is to read the other information, and in doing so, consider whether the other information is materially inconsistent with the financial statement or our knowledge obtained in the audit, or otherwise appears to be materially misstated. If, based on the work we have performed on the other information that we obtained prior to the date of this auditor's report, we conclude that there is a material misstatement of this information, we are required to report that fact. We have nothing to report in this regard. The going concern: the association's financial statements have been prepared using the going concern basis of accounting. The use of this basis of accounting is appropriate unless the executive either intends to liquidate the association or to cease operations, or has no realistic alternative but to do so. As part of our audit of the financial statements, we have concluded that the executive's use of the going concern basis of accounting in the preparation of the association's financial statement is appropriate. So we're going to the responsibilities of the executives and those charged with governance for the financial statement. The executives are responsible for the preparation of the financial statements that give a true and fair view in accordance with the International Financial Reporting Standards and the requirements of the Companies Allied Matters Act, and for such internal control as the executives determine is necessary to enable the preparation of the financial statements that are free from material misstatements, whether due to fraud or error. Then the auditor's responsibilities for the audit of the financial statements. Our objectives are to obtain reasonable assurance about whether the financial statements as a whole are free from material misstatements, whether due to fraud or error, and to issue an accounting report that includes our opinion. Reasonable assurance is a high level of assurance, but is not a guarantee that an audit conducted in accordance with ISAs rather, will always detect a material misstatement when it exists. Misstatements can arise from fraud or error and are considered material if individually or in the aggregate they could reasonably be expected to influence the economic decisions of users taken on the basis of this financial statement. As part of an audit in accordance with ISAs, we exercise professional judgment and maintain professional skepticism throughout the audit. We also identify and assess the risk of material misstatements of the financial statement, whether due to fraud or error, design and perform audit procedures responsive to those risks, and obtain audit evidence that is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. The risk of not detecting a material misstatement resulting from fraud is higher than one resulting from error. as fraud may include collusion, forgery, intentional omissions, misrepresentations, or the override of internal control. We also obtain an understanding of the internal control relevant to the audit in order to design audit procedures that are appropriate in the circumstances, but not for the purpose of expressing an opinion on the effectiveness of the association's internal control. We also evaluate the appropriateness of accounting policies used and the reasonableness of accounting estimates and related disclosures made by the executives. We conclude on the appropriateness of the executives' use of the going concern basis of accounting, and based on the audit evidence obtained, whether a material uncertainty exists related to events or conditions that may cast significant doubt on the association's ability to continue as a going concern. If we conclude that a material uncertainty exists, we are required to draw attention in our auditor's report to the related disclosures in the financial statements, or if such disclosures are inadequate, to modify our opinion. Our conclusions are based on the audit evidence obtained up to the date of our auditor's report. We also evaluate the overall presentation, structure, and content of the financial statements, including the disclosures, and whether the financial statements represent the underlying transactions and effects and events in a manner that achieves fair presentation. We communicate with those charged with governance regarding, among other matters, the planned scope and timing of the audit and significant audit findings, including any significant deficiencies in internal control that we identify during our audits. The report on other legal and regulatory requirements. The Companies and Allied Matters Act requires that in carrying out our audits, we consider and report to you on the following matters. We confirm that we have obtained all the information and explanations which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purpose of our audit. We confirm that the association has kept proper books of accounts, so far as appears from our examination of those books, and returns adequate for our audit. We confirm that the association's statement of financial position and statement of comprehensive income are in agreement with the books of accounts. And the engagement partner on this audit resulting in this independent auditor's report is Adekunle Cole, FCA, FCTI, FCSS, FIMC, FIMS. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You're going to wait a bit. I just wanted to remind us, like I mentioned earlier, this is a town hall meeting. And I'm assuming that every NANTA member should be interested in this. I see a lot of people walking around the hall and a lot of noise going on. This is a serious business. And if you're a member of this association, it is important for you to pay particular attention to how the money of your association is spent. I would think that should, concern you, and you focus on the. Besides, this is how also you learn. Okay, we've listened to the reports. This had earlier been sent to every member of NANTA, and you're going to have a chance to ask questions in a moment. I just also want to inform you that please take your seats. Lunch will be served in the hall to those who are seated. So find a seat and sit down. Please, let's have minimal noise and movement in the hall. There are roving microphones, and we have the representative of Adekunle Cole & Co., who has just finished reading the audited report. If you have any queries, any questions, any clarification, this will be the time to do that. Please, you can raise your hands and ask your questions. Those upstairs, if you're a member here as well, you're free to ask your questions. So, do you have any clarifications? Yes, I can see a hand over there. So you may want to come to the podium now. I need you, FinSec, as well. Yes, sir, where are you? Please step out a bit so that we can see you.
Good morning, all. Good afternoon. I am Mansour Oyebola, representing the First Ajan Umrah Services Limited. Okay. I am from Lagos Zone. My first observation goes to the auditor. In your report, in your auditor report, I observed that you put a note there that the works of all the branches, the zonal offices, were not audited. How far are you able to work on the report of the internal auditors? Because I'm aware that all zones have their internal auditors. Yeah, if you cannot work on the report of all the zones, why not work on, I believe as a professional, you can rely on the work of the internal auditors. Are you able to interact with them to really make inquiry or ask for their report? That's my first question. That's my question to the auditor. My question on the report, that is the financial statements. The debtors, I observed that within the statement of the statement of financial position, that is balance sheet. Note to the account, there was a movement of 65 million has been written off. And when I observed the past year's movement, that movement, when now traced to income statement, I observed that there was 200,000. So I could not actually comprehend what is represented in the income statement. 65, the previous year was about 23. 65, 23, then 200,000. So I don't understand what is going on there. Sponsorship. This goes to the ESCO.
Sorry, sir. I'm not quite sure your first question or comment was understood.
The first question.
Yes, can you be clear
It
about
goes to the
it
auditor.
based on this report presented?
Okay, the second one. That is the debtors in the notes to the account. There was 65 million that was written off in this current year. And last year was 23 million. And what I'm saying in the P&L is 200,000. So I could not, so you understand that? The auditor will understand me better.
Yes.
Sponsorship, in the whole account, there was no disclosure.
Sorry, what page are you referring to, sir? What page are you referring to? What page on this report are you referring to so that because they can't trace it?
The note under debtors.
Oh, the
have
note
their
under
headings. Debtors then go to bad debts in the income statement. Can I continue?
Yes, go ahead.
Sponsorship. Sponsorship is an income. And if we are not, if we have not approached the sponsors, they would have responded. And they brought in something to aid us and reduce our cost. Is that not? So in practice, such is declared in the income statement. And the effect of it is also shown in the account, how it assisted your association. Last year it was not there. This year it was not there. And we have more sponsors this year. So I want the ESCO to tell us why it is not reflecting in our report. Investments. 3 years ago, the ESCO make us happy by setting aside 30 million and put in an investment to grow the organization. That is for future development and growth of the organization. Last year, disappointedly, it was not reinvested. An observation was raised. If we are able to set aside 30 million from our income 3 years ago, why can't we be progressive? No matter what, set something aside every year. If we could not make that 30 million the following year, why can't we make something at least 10, 20, or even above 30 million? So we could not last year. This year again, there was nothing. What is only represented in that account is still the same investment that is appearing. So this gives concern. And we don't have any existing projects going on that we're actually spending money on. So if we are able to save 30 million, when we actually have challenges, when we don't have much challenges, why? Or do we use it to do something? Please, Esco, you need to enlighten us on that.
Sir, I think you have 10 questions so far. I'm not quite sure. So it's either they respond to a few of them or you quickly round up so that we can take your question. I'm sure there are others who want to
I'm running
ask
up.
questions.
Zonal account. I don't know. Maybe this must be an observation, oversight. I am also an ESCO of Lagos Zone as at the last dispensation. And as an internal auditor, I am aware we don't have any investment. So the 380,000 that was classified as investment, actually it's supposed to be dollar account. So we want adjustment to be made. Lagos Zone doesn't have any investment of 380,000. It was a dumb account, and it was boldly written in the account. So please, you can refer to it. On budget, I observe that the salary of our staff, national.
Sorry, sir. Sorry to interrupt. On the budget question, I'm not quite sure it's part of this. Are you referring to the yearly budget that was sent, or based on this report presented?
No, this year budget.
So can you hold on? Because she can't answer questions about
no
budget,
problem.
basically.
I can
So
hold that.
if we're done with the ones you asked, regarding the audited report, you can come back and ask for the budget. Thank you.
Thank you.
So you may respond. Before they respond, kindly sit down. Lunch is about to be served so that you can be served. Please settle down, find a seat and settle down. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you for the questions. So to take the very first one, regarding the zonal account, we usually at the beginning of our audits, request that all zones send in their account to us, which is why we stated that we didn't audit the zonal account personally by our own firm. But during the course of the audit exercise, we didn't get response, rather, from the zones on time till few days to the closing of the audit engagement. So we didn't have enough time to actually go through the work process that was done by each zones. So we only got the final positions that they had already, which was what we reported in the financial statement. Does that answer the first question, sir? Yes, sir. No, sir. We were not given any reports from any of the zones.
So I believe you can request for internal auditor's report. Since the account was late.
Alaji, thank you very much for your question. I think we don't really want to drag this on for so long. We requested for a report from the zones, and we didn't get their report. And that made it extremely difficult for them to do anything on it. Subsequently, we will improve on that. It's actually not it's not from the national. The report of the national, everything is there, is intact. And it's actually, we have a software that actually makes this thing easy for us. This report was prepared within, in-house. The auditor just audited it to be sure that the figures and the fact that were presented are actually the true state of things. So for the zones, we'll take it as it is because that is what we got from them. And we don't have the capacity to go to every zone to audit them. We don't have, so for now, we take it like that, and subsequently, we just put it that this is the first time that you'll have the account of the zones in our financial reports. Am I correct? Exactly. So we take it from there. I mean, we're not perfect, so it's one step at a time. Subsequently, we'll continue to improve on that, and we're actually working on getting that done. Does that answer your question, sir? Thank you. What? Okay, yeah, your second question. Alaji, can you please listen to me? The second question is about 200,000 naira. The 200,000 naira was a loan that was given to one of the secretarial staff, and the staff resigned shortly after without paying the loan. All efforts to retrieve the loan from him proved abortive. We engaged. The only thing we did not do, because we didn't have the authorization of the BOT, was to involve the law enforcement agencies. We did all we could, but we couldn't retrieve the money. Of course, it was even out of job. So, and there was nothing we could do. We are not empowered to enforce him to make that payment. Are you okay with that? Okay. So the third one. Okay, the third one was the 30 million naira investment. Yeah, the 30 million naira investment, at some point, we didn't have the authorization to invest the money. So the money, we just kept it in a separate account. And when we have the authorization sometime last year, we invested the money, and the money started yielding. We fixed it for 6 months, and part of the report is here because it's prorated within that period of investing. And we've also reinvested the same amount. We've reinvested it this year. I think we reinvested it in March, early March. Yes, we reinvested in early March. So, sorry? Sorry?
Of course, I appreciate the National ESCO for taking that action. So my concern is, when we were able to do that 3 years ago, why can't we do further investment? That was my question.
I just explained it to you because we didn't have, you can't just reinvest without approval. Where is the prorated interest?
You won't see it. You only see it under this is part of the interest.
It's part of the interest income. Okay.
So, sorry.
I think that is where we saw it somewhere.
This was movement during the year.
This was what came in. Okay. Okay.
Alaji, let's just go straight.
Okay.
Okay, I guess we're done with your questions. Do we have any more questions based on the audited report? Any other questions? I can't see any show of hands. Yes, sir. Do you have a question? Please step forward. I'm told that those upstairs are not seated. Please, if you're not seated, you won't be served lunch. Kindly sit down. Sir.
It's just a part of the question he asked that
yes, sir.
He has not answered. He mentioned about the sponsorship that did not reflect in the income side.
Did you get him?
If they have sponsored us, it's
We can't hear you. Use the microphone, sir.
I said that he mentioned about the sponsorship that you have not responded to. The sponsorship is supposed to reflect on the income side.
Which sponsorship are you referring to?
He mentioned it.
Can you clarify what sponsorship you're referring to, sir? And point to the page where it is on the, it's easier if it can be located on the page of the audited account.
It is not reflected in the audited account, and that is why I'm asking question. That as an accountant, the accountant on ground should be able to reflect income, because it is because...
Sir, don't go into narrative. Just point out which of the sponsorships are you
all
referring
the sponsorship,
to?
Today's sponsorship, last year's sponsorship...
Today's sponsorship can Can he be
Wait,
part of this?
last year's sponsorship was not reflecting. So usually sponsorship don't reflect in our report. Why?
Okay. He's asking the question why. So I guess you have the answer.
All right. I think what you are answering, if you look at page 26, Alaji, are you listening to me? I'm already answering your question. I'm not going to repeat myself, please. If you look at page 26, you have all the statement of income and expenses, and we broke it down. The NCA registration is there. We have income and expenses, and we have the surplus recorded. For NANTA training, we have that all recorded. For WTM, we have it recorded. For ITTC, the visit to the training in South Africa, it's all recorded. And of course, the staff cost, everything is here recorded. So I don't know if that is able to answer your question, or you need further clarification to that. It's here. It's here. It's income, expenses, what came in, what went out. Okay, the AGM income and expenses is actually on page 25. Hello, Alaji. If you check page 25, you will see the details. So that captures the AGM. That's the only thing I didn't mention in the previous page. Everything. That's what I'm saying. It's here. It's in page 25. I mean, it's not broken down into pieces, but everything is captured there in full. It's on page 32, other notes to the financial statement. Page 25 and page 26, you have the details of all the incomes and expenses and the surplus. There is no breakdown. Everything is in summary.
While you're looking for that page and trying to figure out whether your question was answered or not, do we have anybody else who would like to ask questions? Yes, sir. Please go straight to the question. No narratives. Just go straight to the question. We have a bigger business for the day.
All right, thank you for the report. I just want to ask this question. Why is it that it takes so long for these auditor reports to be sent very late? This should have been sent like at least a week, knowing fully well that we are having our AGM, so that we can peruse it. Like many of us, we have not even gone through, because it came very late. So to me, it looks like there is something to this. Why the auditor report was kept so late and being presented later in the day. May we please have good explanation why this was done. Thank you.
Okay. Before the FinTech answers, audited reports are usually read and presented physically during the AGM, but copies were sent to members.
Where
via
was
your
that
email.
sent?
He is going to respond to that.
Okay.
But the physical presentation is the one being done here on the floor of the AGM, which is the usual practice. But the FinTech is going to answer the question about when the virtual copy or the digital copy was sent to members.
Digital
please.
copies. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Why it was so late to be sent, like she explained just now, usually it's been presented on the floor of the AGM, but we decided to send it ahead of time. And one of the main reasons why the thing was delayed was, we just explained to you now, we were waiting for the report from the zones. Because last year we wanted to include the zonal report in our financial statement, but we couldn't get any. So this time, we've actually reviewed the first draft with the external auditor. We reviewed it in February. Am I correct? We reviewed it in February and we sent it back to them. Normally, this is the process. They send it to us. The financial team will sit on it. They will review it, make amendments, send it back to the external auditor. Then we'll review it with the ESCO. After review with the ESCO and the ESCO has passed it, that is when we can send it to everybody. So the delay was caused by the waiting for the zones to send in their reports, which we never got. We only got from few. And even what we got, they couldn't make anything concrete out of it. We just put it there verbatim, and it's just to show that we have something from the zones. Does that answer your question?
We'll do better sending it earlier next time. I'm sure we will learn every day. Any more questions about the audited report?
Hello?
If there are no more, yes, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Comrade Ben Olaleye from the Western Zone. I can observe from the audited report on the AGM account, 2023 is 8-point-something million, whereas 2022 was 14 million. May I ask why there should be shortfall? Because I know that every day the price of items keep on rising. Why should we have the difference of almost 8 or 9 million in the AGM account of 2022 and 2023?
Okay.
The big shortfall.
From 2022?
2022, yes, it was 14.6 million.
Yes.
2023 is 8.3 million.
Yes.
I want to know why there is a very big difference, because everybody knows the way things are.
Okay.
Things keep on going on in Nigeria. So I don't know why we should have about 6
No
or
problem.
17
Let me
million.
quickly answer your question, sir.
That's question one.
In 2022, the 2022 AGM was an elective AGM like what we're having right now. And the truth is the elective AGM is usually more expensive than the non-elective AGM. In 2023, we had non-elective AGM, and we have fewer number of people to take care of. Also, it was just a one-day event. For elective AGM in 2022, it was a 3-day event. So that's why there's big disparity in the cost, the difference in 2022 and 2023.
Okay. I don't know whether we have a rough estimate of the present AGM, what it's costing us. Because
Sorry?
The rough estimate of the present 2024 AGM. Because what I'm observing now, we cannot have ordinary tea. We cannot observe tea break. We are just be giving rubbish. We call it food. So yes, it's rubbish. We know what the other AGM used to be like when we hit very good.
All right, sir. Sorry, let me just, I will answer that. For this year, it's impossible for us to give you any figure right now because the event is still ongoing. And I can assure you that as we are here, we are still incurring expenses. So it's very difficult to give you any rough estimate. Now, for this year, I'm sure if you want to know the number of people that we are responsible for this year, it's huge. And as such, anyway, I don't want to go further because that will be decided between the ESCO with the approval of the BOT because we all know that things are very, very, very expensive. And even what we have right now, I'm sure you all can imagine the cost. So as it is, this is the best we can do. And we think, well, you can judge whether we've done well or we have not. Thank you.
So just a piece of information, at 1 p.m., so whatever we're going to do, we need to end before 1 p.m. because our Muslim brothers and sisters will go to the mosque. So we will need to please tidy up this period and go on. If there are no other questions for the audited report,
The AGM.
none of the other reports. Do you still have questions on the audited report, sir?
Yeah, the sponsors is not there. That's AGM.
Which of the AGM, sir?
Hello, Madam. Please, I want to respond to the last speaker. I want to respond to the last speaker that called what is being given here as rubbish. He should withdraw that statement.
I didn't hear that. Who said that,
People
please?
are eating the food, and it should not be termed as rubbish. So I want you to withdraw that statement. The last speaker from Western Zone. It is not rubbish. It is not rubbish. You will not call what people are eating as rubbish. If you don't withdraw it, then you will not be given opportunity to speak in further AGMs. Thank you.
Yeah, the sponsorship that was said to be reflecting in the account, at this standard is not reflecting because the income notes run from 12B to 15. And the note 15 is AGM income. So the only income we have there is AGM dues. So after AGM dues, there's nothing like that. Like I can tell you, in Lagos, we do have sponsorship, and it reflects in our account. So you can look at Lagos account. You will see sponsorship as part of our income. So sponsorship can be converted to monetary terms and reduced to, because they did something, and we should appreciate those people that brought something for us. So if it's not reflecting in our record, it means we are not appreciating them. That is my position.
Okay, on the AGM. Okay, the issue of the sponsorship. If you check AGM account, is a subset account to the main account, and the surplus or deficit will flow into your main account. However, I understand your concern, but we need to also look at it from this way, that the production of a financial report also consider one of the things we call cost-benefit analysis. In that AGM, actually, the sponsors may be running to 2030, and sometimes you also need to consider the materiality of the information you are presenting. So if they present all the sponsors in the audited account, then the audited account becomes more of a magazine. They cannot list it categorically as requested. But maybe you can look at it that if there are anyone that the amount that they have contributed is material enough regarding the amount that is received, maybe they can disclose it so that you won't be contradicting materiality concept as well. So I don't know if I answered that question from the area of having to list the number of sponsors, or I think you are nodding. Maybe I didn't get it right.
Sir, you're still not satisfied. What exactly do you want? Okay, I think the Baba from the Western Zone.
Comrade Olaleye, please.
Has something
no,
to say.
Baba. I'm sorry if the word I've used is annoying to everybody. What I mean to say that it is poor. We had Friday before yesterday. The same thing rice yesterday, the same rice today. So that is what I intend to, that's what I'm talking about.
And
so
Tilala, we want
If
Amala.
that rubbish is what is annoying us, I withdraw that word rubbish.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's very commendable. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, back to the AGM. As soon as it's 1 o'clock or before 1, this audited account needs to be adopted, sir. And we have time we're working with. Please, as much as possible, make it easier for us to clarify this and move on. Thank you.
Honorable National Auditor, I understand all the concept of materiality and everything. I'm not asking the ESCO to list. And I'm saying this for the benefit of the future, so that next year account will not reflect like this. If those sponsorship has been reduced to monetary terms and reflected on the AGM report, those negative we are having now wouldn't have been there. Wouldn't have been there. So if we put sponsorship 5 million, sponsorship 200,000, we need a single amount to reflect for, even if we have 100 sponsorship. But let it reflect that we have sponsorship, so that when in the future, people will know that we do approach corporate organizations to sponsor our AGM.
Okay.
Thank you.
Your point is clearly noted, and I believe the finance team has noted that, and the next incoming finance team would also put this into consideration. Sir, that is going to be, I see you with the microphone. Do you have any questions? Okay. In the absence, all right, I have a hand in the middle, and that is the last we're going to take on this because we're actually working with time. Please, no narratives. Ask your question directly.
Good afternoon, everybody. Considering the importance of finances and the back and forth we are having and the urgency to round up, to just adopt it, I think it is not too nice if we don't have most of these critical issues sorted out before adopting it. If there is a way we can create another time to get it sorted out, because personally I have some other questions I would want to ask. And if I start asking now, obviously it won't be able. So instead of doing that, is it going to be possible, maybe after the prayers, we can take some time to address these issues? Because if we say, sorry please, if we want to move the financial matters, that next time, this current executive will be leaving today. And it will be very difficult for the next financial team to do justice to something they were not privy to. So can we put that forward and get it sorted out before doing any other thing, please? Thank you very much.
Well, the thing is that my job here is just anchoring this event. I can't take that decision unless my superiors ask for that to happen, which was actually why this thing was sent ahead of time. The idea was for people to flag those things, probably send those things to the same email. But we have agreed that this is going to be done much, much better next time, where maybe a week or two, the audited account will be sent to members and then it will be read. So, BOT, sir, I'm not quite sure I have an answer to that question. He wants or suggests that before we adopt, instead of adopting, we eat, go pray, come back. So you give me instructions on what I'm supposed to do. BOT, sir. BOT chairman, sir, I'm waiting. He's requesting or suggesting that rather than hurriedly adopting the audited account, because there isn't much time to subject it to a lot of queries, even though there are such queries, we could suspend adoption now, have lunch, go pray, come back, and continue. That power doesn't lie with me. So, sir, give directives, sir.
I think we can adopt with the condition. We can adopt. We just put that clause. Because once we are back, it's for another item on the agenda.
Okay. You want to say? All right. Thank you, sir, for that direction, because I was actually lost. And my dear incoming VP, so all your observations have been noted. I'm sure we're going to get it better. And I really would like us to move forward, because tables have been set and we have a bigger thing to do. So on that note, I would like to request for somebody to move that we adopt the audit. Please, can I have someone move to adopt the audited account at the 48th AGM of our association? I can see a hand here. Please pass the microphone on to him, and I'd like to have a supporter as well. I'm seeing a supporter there. So please step forward and move for the adoption of the audited accounts, and you will be supported by her. Please let's know your name, your agency.
My
and
name
move for the
is
adoption.
Nasir Chama Muhammad, the Managing Director of Nasab Travels and Tours, Kano. I hereby move the motion for the adoption of this financial report.
Hello, everyone. My name is Onyinye Okpara of Emerald Travel and Tours. I support for the adjournment.
Thank you for the adoption of the,
adoption
so we
of the
have the
minutes.
Northern Zone and the Eastern Zone. Thank you very much. Now, we're almost at the end of it. We have about 3 minutes. Any last questions about the budget? No, actually, we don't have time for that. We're done. So I think my job is done here. And I'd like to invite the BOT chairman. Sir, in the next 1 minute, we're expecting you on stage to perform the next action, which will be to take care of this. Yes, sir. Okay. So are we going to... Let's go and break. When we come back... Okay. When are we reconvening?
We should come back. It's 1 hour break.
Yes. So... I don't know. When we come back. So we resume at 2 o'clock. Say 2. Balmora Center. It's on our stage. Okay. All right. So we're going to, it's prayer time, and our brothers and sisters will. Yes, there's a mosque in the car park. You don't need to go far. Do your prayers. And then we're going to reconvene at 2 p.m. In the interim, you can go to the exhibition stands and do more business or do social networking amongst yourselves. No, I don't talk about it. I don't talk about it. It's done. All the adopted are there. So we're going to reconvene at 2 p.m. So we're on break now, and we'll reconvene at 2 p.m. to continue the business of the day.
Before they dissolve the house.